there's a big push now globally to legitimize human breeding, to legitimize the use of women as paid breeders to produce babies who are now products for paying customers. It's an ugly, ugly business. There's a new book just out called Towards the Abolition of Surrogate Motherhood. And Rita Banerjee from India describes some of the clinics there, and women really treated the way chickens are treated in factory farms. They're enclosed and crammed in one room, and they eat, sleep, and live sitting on their beds during the day. They're under the control of the clinic. They're separated from their families, and they don't know all that's going on. Women are chosen who are not well educated, who do not have much money, so they're trying to earn some money through this means, though most of the money goes to the agencies. The vast majority of these big bucks goes to the agencies who are selling women. The women in India are getting between 1 and 1.5% of the fees being paid. The women are talked about as objects, as things, as some of the terms used are reproductive vehicles, the woman attached to the rented womb, rented receptacles. They are dehumanized. They are not seen or treated as human beings. So when you've got something that ugly going on, you've got to do something to sell it. You've got to bring in your marketing here and make this look good. And one thing that is happening is that words are being used to describe this in an attempt to make it look good. So there's a lot of talk about human rights, freedom, liberty, procreative liberty. It's this new liberty that's been invented. We do not have a right to have babies. It can be a blessing when we do. It is not a right, and we do not have a right to use other human beings for our ends to get what we want. So there is this false language of liberty. In this new book, I have a short piece in it. I call this junk liberty. When you talk about people's right to hire women as breeders, that is not true liberty. That is junk liberty in the way that junk food is. All the nourishment has been processed out of junk food. It is not real. It is not real nourishment. And what is processed out of this procreative liberty is human dignity. There are no human rights without human dignity. We must have human dignity, and women have a right to this human dignity. And I'll say that now. All the talk is now about what the Supreme Court in the United States is going to do in abolishing women's right to control her own body and have the state decide whether she bears babies or not. So that's very much swirling in me. I want to say, what do I want to say? I want to say, let's not do this. Let's not do this. I've just been doing this long series on slavery and apartheid in the U.S. We called it Jim Crow, and mass incarceration, all connected. It has the suffering is huge, enormous. We are not through with it by any means yet. Let's not bring this new horror onto the earth. I'll see you next time.